So hey there, ladies and gentlemen, before we go any further in this video, I want to take a little bit of time here to make something clear as far as what you see in the title. When I say seducing any woman, now I want you to be aware that there will be women out there that are going to want nothing to do with you. No matter how charming you are, no matter how good looking you might be, they're not going to be interested in you sexually or romantically in any way. Now, when I say any women, I mean that group of people that already have a certain level of attraction towards you, because we might end up going out on a date or just getting to know them in a very casual way, and what we do and how we behave might lead them to either find us more attractive or that level of attractiveness dropping to a point where they don't want anything to do with you as well. When it comes to seduction, I see so many people, so many guys going out of their way, doing some crazy things just to be able to seduce and please the other person without realizing that it's something that happens effortlessly. And one of the best ways to do this is actually listening to a woman. When it comes to listening, I want you guys to understand that you do not just listen to the words she's saying. You have to pay attention to the tone of voice that a woman is using when she's around you. You have to pay attention to the body language that a woman has when you're actually spending time with her and interacting with her. Now, when it comes to these signs, I believe I made a video about a year ago. I will link that video in the description. It's about 7 signs that a woman gives you when she's sexually or romantically interested in you. You as a man have to be fully invested in the time you're spending with this woman. You can't just be looking around. You cannot be pulling up your phone or staring at your phone which is on the side. And in my opinion, if you're going out on a date, make sure that your phone is on silence, that you don't have any other responsibilities you have to worry about, and put that phone away at a place where it's not going to be coming up with notifications every time and taking your attention from the time that you're spending with this particular person. When it comes to the tone of voice that a woman uses when she's on a date with you, pay attention to that. If a woman is soft-spoken, that means she has a very high level of attraction towards you. And on the other hand, if this woman is loud, that might just mean that she finds you more of a friend. This particular interaction you're having, it might be more of a platonic kind of get-together kind of date. So pay attention to the pace that she speaks with. Pay attention again to the tone of voice, because that will tell you a lot if you should invest more in this particular person, if this particular person has a high level of attraction towards you. And sometimes when it comes to body language and you're on a date with a woman, she might find herself very comfortable, very trusting towards you and starts leaning in again. That is a sign of high attraction. Pay attention to that. Do not ignore that. And when it comes to topics to talk about, I'll say this more than once. Always ask questions that you know are going to bring out good feelings, good recollections on times. So it could be from vacation, it could be from things she's passionate about. She'll have a recollection in her brain on when that happened. And if it's a good feeling, she's going to associate that with being with you, because again, she's just getting to know you. She doesn't have much association with you at this point. And the association she's creating is from the questions you're asking, is from the interaction you're currently having. And this is how she will think about you, let's say the next day, later that night when she's alone. So pay attention to the questions you're asking and the answers she's giving you. And sometimes I actually have a friend who does this. Every time he's having a conversation with a girl, he will listen just to one-up her. He will listen just to be able to reply to her. This sometimes feels like you're not listening to the other person, because if she's telling you about this amazing experience she's had, let's say when she was traveling, and you try to give her your own part of an amazing experience, which might sometimes sound better than what she had, it might seem to her, if you keep doing this over and over again, that you're actually trying to one-up her. She might actually find that very unattractive and pull away from you. So pay attention to such things. At the end of the day, it just comes down to you understanding humans. We all love talking about ourselves. Ask me about something I'm passionate about. Again, I'm passionate about relationships. I love talking about that. I also happen to be very passionate in photography. So if you give me that platform to talk about the things I'm passionate about, I'll automatically connect with you and find you very interesting, because you allow me the platform to talk about things that I love. And because you're the man, you're supposed to be the leader in this interaction. So you ask questions and sit back and listen. And these questions you're asking, you're actually setting a direction on how you want this date to go. You're actually setting a mood in how this date is going to happen or how this date is going to go down. So do not forget that you are the leader. You're responsible for setting the direction, and you're responsible for setting the mood in that particular date or that interaction you have with the woman. And if you allow that person to talk about themselves, that's the easiest way to seduce. It doesn't just work with women, it works with men as well, because we're all human beings. That's how we interact. If you allow us, if you pay attention and listen to what we say, if you listen to a woman, if you listen to her words, if you listen to her tone of voice, if you listen to the actual body language, is she leaning in? Is she smiling? Is she trying to hold your hand? You see, these things actually are sure tells that she's actually loving this particular experience, and you're actually doing a really good job at seducing her and opening her up, not just emotionally. You'll be able to seduce her and open her up physically to a point where she can allow herself and feel safe enough to have sex with you. Because at the end of the day, that's what seduction is.